Okay guys, as promised, I have a way for us to share all of our pictures between each other, pictures and videos and what have you from our fantastic time. So I'm going to take you through how we can set this up, and hopefully we'll get everybody on here to put their pictures on it, and we'll get everybody's stuff synced across. So the system that I use to do syncing between friends and also for my own use is called owncloud. So I have the server set up and running on Lori and my personal computer. So the URL is owncloud.mattandlori.us. And you'll have to tell me that you want me to create a username for you because it doesn't come with any sort of sign up page because it's meant to be administered by somebody like I'm doing. So you can tell me what you want your username to be, and I'll just create like a generic password. It'll probably actually be password, which you should change right away because that's the most insecure password in the world. But I'll get you set up and then get back to you and tell you that you've got an account. So for illustrative purposes, I created a user I'm calling new user creatively with a super insecure password. So when you log in, it will give you this happy little greeting thing here, and it will tell you you can get apps to sync. You probably do want to do this, so I'll show you what that looks like, but I'll show you how to set that up later. So if you just click that, then it'll go to a place where you can download it for Windows or Mac or Linux, what have you. Then when you install it, you'll see it will put a little service that runs in the background, and we can set that up and configure that, but I'll show you that in a second. So when you look at the web view, you will see that it creates empty folders. It gives you like example stuff in there, but for documents and photos and whatnot. And it also gives you a shared folder. So if you look in the shared folder, you'll start to see what other people have shared with you. I created the folder, I called it Dirty 30 on my own account, which is actually not a good name because if everyone does that, we won't know who's Dirty 30 we're talking about, but I'll change its name to Matt or whatnot on my own account. But you'll see everybody else's stuff is synced in here, like this fancy picture. That's a selfie of me and a turtle. Me, turtle, Lori. So I've put my files in there and you have access to them. And I've shared them with everybody as read-only, and I'll show you how to do that too. But that keeps you from accidentally deleting people's files within their account. So that's a handy thing to have set up. So if you would like to share your files with us, which I would appreciate, you can create a new folder and call it, I don't know, new users dirty 30. Wow, it's hard to type and talk. I never thought about that. But New Year's Dirty 30 pics or something. And then you can go into here and upload whatever pictures you want. So say, for instance, I just go and grab this image. You can multiple select, and it will upload all of those things. Certainly shouldn't send you my encryption keys. I'm not going to do that. But you can see, just grabbing a few things. Oh, here's KFOC and say we gave Michael Pollan. That was a good time. So I'll upload those, and you can see it'll give you a nice little progress bar. It's a little more convenient to use the sync client if you want to do that, but you can see that you don't have to use the sync client if you want to do it all through the browser. So it gets all those photos uploaded, and as it processes it, it'll create little thumbnails. They're blank right now, but in time we'll be able to see those. Okay, so when you've got your folder full of pictures you want to share with everyone, go over here to Share, and the group that I've set up in the system is called Dirty 30. So you share it with this group, and here is a really interesting, subtle, gonna shoot you in the foot detail. You probably don't want people who are sharing your folders to edit them, because if they sync it down to their computer and then later on they delete them, it will sync the delete back to your computer and delete your files. And that's bad news and sad, and if you don't catch it right away, you can't undelete them. So I generally copy all files into synced folders that I want, just so I don't run the risk of deleting the originals. and I have unset can edit for you guys on my original photos. So I recommend that. If you want to collaborate with somebody else and allow them to edit, update your folders, whatever, that's fine. You can do that too. But this way, you'll be the only one who can modify the contents of that folder. So that is the web client. And with that way, we can see everybody's pictures and have them shared. For instance, I will log you out, new user, and sign in as me. And then in my shared directory, you can see new users, Dirty 30 pics, and they're all in there. Good times. All right, so the easiest way to set up owncloud, what is really designed to do is take files on your file system and make sure they hit the server, and then make sure other people, when they synchronize their file system, will get your files, and it does that all in the background. And that's what the sync client's designed to do. So I'm going to go in. I've already got it installed, but I logged me out. So this is going to be the exact same series of screens that you'll see and when you set up the sync client for yourself. So the URL is exactly the same as the one I said before, and you'll put your username and password in here. So set that up. And then it's going to ask you for a local folder. By default, it calls it owncloud. I'm just going to create a new folder here. Oh, I guess I already did set that up as that. Let's just say new users owncloud 2. I don't know. This is just a demonstration. Okay, so it's going to sync the entire account down to this folder on my file system. So that's what we want to have happen. So if we go and look at the open the local folder, this is on my file system, and it's currently syncing down the folders and files. You can see up here, the little icon is saying it's syncing. And you can see, just like we saw on the web version, that you get the Dirty 30 folder that I have set up. Again, that's name will change. And the picture that I have with the turtle selfie. So that's how, it will just work in the background on syncing those things up. And if you want to upload something, it works the other way too. So I'll create a new tab. We'll go find another file to upload. Let's do this one of my dad performing surgery on a horse. And we'll put that in new users Dirty 30 pics. And it's this 7048. So if this again is my account that we're looking at right now, that you as new user have shared the Dirty 30 pics with me. So if I refresh, we'll see if the sync client's picked that up yet, and it sure has. So just by putting it in that directory, we can upload things and sync things across to each other. So one other little subtlety is, because remember I shared it with people as read-only, but it will not make it read-only on your file system, because there's no way to make something permanently read-only on someone's computer. If you delete a file and then it ends up syncing, which we can force by pausing and resuming, then what will happen is it will re-download that file. So if it were not read-only and somebody went, oops, I accidentally deleted the Dirty 30 folder, then on your computer, your originals would also get deleted, because it keeps everything in sync. So again, copy everything into your account. That way, if that accidental delete does happen, it's not a disaster. And it's probably a good idea to share that read-only, which you set up inside the owncloud client itself. So that's the whole idea. I'm probably also going to, for people who don't want to install the sync cloud, I will share with the Dirty 30 group this zip file, which I'll keep recreating from everyone's shared folders. And that way you can just download it from the web. If the folder's small enough, you can just download it as, just say download on the folder, but that takes a long time and the whole server hangs when you do that, because it's not multi-threaded, blah. So I've set it so that you can't download very large folders, and we'll probably run into that. So the easiest way, if you're not using the sync client, just having everything get dumped to your computer, is I will put in your shared folder this Dirty 30 full zip file, which I'll keep up to date, and that you can just download that and get everybody's stuff that way. So that's the basics. If you have any questions, you can email me at mbramlage@gmail.com, or if you don't know how my last name is spelled or whatever, just comment on the Facebook Dirty 30 page, and I'll try to check that and see if there's any problems. Or Facebook message me and tell me to add you as a friend, because we're all friends now. So that's basically the long and the short of it. So hopefully that was not too complicated and everyone will get stuff set up. Mark, I am going to create an account for you because you're too lazy to do it yourself. But everybody else, just tell me what you want your username to be, and I'll tell you when you can log in and get everything set up. Great. Bye, guys. Oh, one more thing. I knew I'd forget something. I always do. I told you to change your password, but I didn't show you how to change your password. So this little drop down here, personal, you can see here's the password reset. You can change your full name. You can put in an email, though I'm not really sure that the mail transfer is all set up, so that probably won't do anything. Make a profile picture if you want, change your language. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but so this is where you go to change all of the stuff that you have under your individual account. So that's where you can go check that out. Also, I thought I'd mention these things on the side here. You probably won't end up using the calendar unless you really want to. That's fine. Or putting in you're adding contacts. I mean, this is sort of designed to be like Dropbox and Google's apps all wrapped into one in open source, but I would just use those, Dropbox or Google, for most purposes, where you don't care if there's a cap on the size of your files. Also, it has this fancy little picture gallery that you can look at all of the different photos. These are the ones they put in to begin with. Nice squirrel. So you can play around with that, but mostly the files are just where it's at. So I think that's it. If I've forgotten anything else, you'll get another little video clip after this. But that should be, the rest of the basics that I neglected to mention before. All right, guys.